Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner. This is my hardcore version, and we have a couple of cabins to deliver to cabin zone number 1. So cabin zone number 1 is way over here. No, it's cabin zone 2. Oh, I was right last night. So it's cabin zone 1. I must have looked down there and saw cabins 2 and thought it was cabin zone 2. Alright, so let's make sure of this. Cabin zone 1. So yeah, that's where they need to go, and then 2 more. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these rolling. So we have this mission. We have a second part of this mission to do. Or contract, and then we have the last one, which is the mine, and then we will be done with this map. So I don't know what I was looking at last night, or in the last episode. I thought for sure it said cabin zone number 2, because I actually had 2 cabins over here near cabin zone number 1 when I looked at it, and I don't know, just looked at it wrong. It happens. So I don't believe this delivery is going to be too hard. Just need to get up here to the top of the hill, and then it should be smooth sailing from there. This area over here is not, the river's not that hard to cross here. So there's my zone. Make sure I miss these big rocks. And I was running right for them. Come on, you can crawl out of here. It's not too difficult for you. And I'm going to leave you parked here while I go get the other truck, because I know I'm going to have issues once I start loading the cabins up there. We had issues with cabins, with the other cabin zone, which would be cabin zone 2. And we made one delivery over here to cabin zone 1 and experienced the same kind of issues. So I want to make sure I get this truck over there. It'd be easier to swap trucks once I start loading the cabins up. We'll load these 2 cabins on there, get credit for this, and then we will offload them immediately. Otherwise the game will do some really funky stuff. It's a small glitch, but it's still a glitch. Needs to be addressed. So as soon as I get this over here, we'll take care of it. And I've glanced at the second part of the mission, but I really don't know what it entails yet. So we'll figure that out. I was going to look it over a little closer and get some stuff set up for it before I started streaming, but had some things that I had to take care of and just barely made it up here in time. And tonight's going to be a short night. I'm only going to do an hour because I have to get up extremely early in the morning. I will need to go to bed. Alright, see if we can avoid the bigger rocks. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Dig yourself on out of here. This is nothing for a big, strong truck like you. So you got to talk to your vehicles nice. They perform better when you do it that way. My daughter laughs at me because I'll get out of my truck and I pat the truck on the side and I say, "Good truck, good job." And she's asked me why I would do that, and I told her it's because of Maximum Overdrive. So if you've never seen that movie, you need to check it out. It's where vehicles come to life and they start killing people. And I told her I want to make sure that if that ever happens in real life, that my truck knows that I was nice to it. She told me I was an idiot. Maybe. But you never know. Alright. Let's back you out a little more. And drop you down just a hair. So we can get it under there. Alright. And cabin zone 1. Well, put a cabin in there. Why is it saying only one? I am at cabin zone 1, right? Cabin zone 1. Maybe I need both of them in there before it accepts it. Let's activate our anchors. And move over here. Somebody parked that other truck there. Right in my way. I'm gonna blame Bob for this. It's Bob's fault. And park you there. Stop the engine, unpack, change trucks. Oh, too far. It might be. We'll give that a try. Activate my anchors and go into crane mode, and we'll pick the other one up. Should be able to pick it up right off this with no problem. Get rid of that. Oh, thought I had it hooked up and I did not. Yep, stage complete. Okay. So it did accept the other one, even though it didn't show that it was loaded on there. So now, let's go back. I am in crane mode. No, I'm not. Come on. Crane mode. There we go. And let's get these things out of here. I better not do that. Let's just set it over here. Yeah, I can see where the game's a little twitchy now. Got that little stop motion going, so I've got to pull that other one off. And let's move you out of the way. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a pulse. And it just does not, the game does not work right when you do that. So if you haven't seen that glitch, check out one of my other videos. I talk about the glitch and I show what it does. So until I get this other one off here, nothing will quite work right. Let's slow it down. There we go. You're gonna play games today. There we go. Actually, I can just stack this one on top of that one. Maybe. Crane is tough enough. And it's not going to lift it high enough. I'll just drive it over here. And I'll eventually have to bring the forklift over here. So I'll set these, make them look pretty. So can I take the cabins right back and bring them to the next location? Yeah, if I wanted to, I could actually leave. I have to deliver more cabins here. And if I wanted to, I could use these cabins. So I wouldn't have to bring any more over here. But this is hardcore mode, so I want to do it the actual right way. And even though I pull the cabins off, I just set them over here. And whatever the mission's called for, I'll have that many cabins sitting here. And it's just one of those things that I'm doing. I mean, if you wanted to, like I said, you can just use the same. If you've got a delivery, I think the most delivery on this map is 2 cabins. So if I wanted to just use 2 cabins and just keep delivering them over and over from here, just put them up on the delivery point and then take them back off, I can do that. But again, I consider that taking the easy way out, sort of like cheating, because the game is glitchy. Ruh-roh. Entered the river wrong. And luckily I've got another truck here. Alright, let's try this again, do it the right way. Because I wanted to try this side of the rocks to see if it was a little bit better. But I know that one area is not. So this side of the river, or this side of those rocks, is not a good place to cross. Let's get our other has off and we'll pull it out that way. So one way in, one way out. Got to go down this side. I might have other trucks that can do it. But you really can't see that big hole there that one's in until you actually drive in it. actually get you up on some non-rocky ground. And I think this will go better for me. Alright, where's my dots? There they are. I think I can get through here. Can I knock that one down? Nope. But I can slide around it. So, not too bad. So I did a little bit of cleanup last night before I went to bed, and got a lot of the trucks, and I know I'd normally go to the right, but I wanted to see how this truck will do through the mud. I've been avoiding the mud so much I forgot how bad it was. This will remind me to stick to the other path. So I moved a bunch of trucks back to the garage, and actually ended up running out of gas in a couple of them. So I had a little bit of rescue operations going on. So you can see I don't have near as many trucks out as I used to. Can you make it through here? Let's take you around this way. And I've already played in the mud, so it's time to take a shortcut. So I've been working on my Twitch channel a little bit. So you may or may not have noticed there's a little bit of a bio on there. And I was playing around today with some of the settings. So trying to figure out how all of this stuff works. Because I would like to get better at this. And the only way I'm going to get better is with YouTube videos. So you can find anything on YouTube. Fixed my refrigerator last year watching a YouTube video. Never really fooled with a refrigerator before. But found a video that showed me, I thought my refrigerator was done for. The freezer was working good, but the refrigerator was not. And looked through a couple of videos that were talking about new refrigerant and stuff like this, and ran across one video where a guy was saying you just take the back panel off on the inside of the freezer, and there's a slot that goes down to your refrigerator. And I never really knew how a refrigerator and freezer worked, but that slot is where the air goes from the freezer down to the refrigerator to keep the refrigerator cool. And I thought it was two different motors, two different everything. But he showed how he pulled that plate off and it was froze up. Had a lot of ice build up. I'm like, man, it can't be that simple. Sure enough, it was. It took me like 30 minutes, and yeah, my wife's already looking at new refrigerators. Alright, let's get you in there. And let's see what we have next on the list. Ore sorting center, we still have that one. Cabin zone. Oh, we need 2 more cabins. And I have the cabins here. And then we're going to need 6 metal rolls, so we can get some from the warehouse. I don't know how many's there, so let's go find out. And we'll take something different. And we'll take you. So metal rolls, I don't believe this warehouse has enough metal rolls. I think I'm going to have to get them elsewhere, at least some of them. Concrete slabs, I'm going to take a truck up to get cement, and then we'll go over and make our concrete slabs. Bricks, I have a lot of places I can get bricks. And I already have 2 more cabins. I think I have 4 more cabins at the... Oh, don't do that. At the garage that I've already brought over. Alright, see how many metal rolls I have. I've got 10 cement here. That'll save me a little bit of time. Oh, I've got 0. And why did it tell me to come here for metal rolls? Alright, so let's see where I have more at. That warehouse, none. This one, says that I've got 2. That warehouse, I have none. Cabin construction site, I have 4, so that's my 6 right there. No, wait a minute, I looked at it wrong. Yeah, metal rolls 4. So I need to get 4 from here. And where was the other one? And 2 from there. So that's 6 in total. Can I get anything else here that I need? I can get my fuel here. So I need 8 fuel, and I have 6 of them here. Oh. So let's go ahead and get some fuel. Oh, I did not know you can make them with metal beams. So that is something, and I assume you do that at the metal processing plant or something like that. I thought you would make... I never really have looked at that because I haven't needed to yet. Get this other fuel loaded up here. Yeah, because I was wondering about that because it requires a lot of metal rolls, but I really haven't seen that many on the map. I know the other map requires a bunch of them too. There, that was much smoother. And restore crane. Yeah, the rolled steel factory. Yeah, I was thinking about that myself. Great job for the twin steer. I think what I'll do is the twin steer is in the garage, and I believe I can just jump garages. And bring it in from the other way would be faster. And that way I can pull another truck with me and I can get the metal rolls from both places. And then I'm going to have to at some point grab me some steel and try to make some. I keep forgetting about that rolled metal, or yeah, the rolled steel factory. Because I have been using the cement factory. Alright, stay with me. Oh, you can't wait to get to Yukon? Yukon is actually fun. I'm having a lot more fun on this map than some of the other maps that I've played. Even though there are parts that are a pain in the butt. Especially the exploring part. That was really fun. I used the 750 on this map. And on the other map, I decided to use pretty much all of my other scout vehicles. and was very surprised that all of them but the International Scout did really well. The International Scout, I kept flipping it over. But that comes with the territory when you try to drive that vehicle. And the Apache didn't do very well. It did okay, but if I had to pick a scout vehicle, it would not be the Apache. Kind of disappointed in that one. But I haven't run it on any other maps, so it might do good in, you know, Alaska or someplace like that. Which I had thought about running it on my speed run, but I've already said I won't use any downloaded vehicles on the speed run because I wanted to do it with only the vehicles you can get in the game. That way, if somebody decided they want to try to duplicate it and beat my times, they wouldn't have to have downloaded vehicles. Alright, so we will get to that and finish those up later on, because that's just repeating the run over and over again. Okay, so I do have... oh, you're not in there. So let's jump over to Big Salmon and come in that way. I like coming in this way. So you started a hardcore playthrough with the rules that I'm using. I found that at first it was a pain, and I was like, what did I get myself into? But I'd already done a couple of videos on it, and I kept sticking with it, and I found that doing the hardcore rules is actually more fun than doing it the regular way, because you have to really think about it. So who am I going to take with me? I know who I'm going to take with me. Nope, I can't. I was going to say I take the Dan, but I have to have something that has a crane on it. So who's got a crane that I haven't driven in a while? Not you. Yeah, it's getting a little sticky here. Okay. So now I can go through the vehicles. I notice sometimes when you jump into a garage from another map and you start going down your vehicle list, it just takes forever till you get through the vehicle list, and then you can start running through them pretty quick after that. I haven't driven a Western Star in a while. Let's do an American truck. I was over here earlier today, and you'll see that I've got some cargo there, trying to figure out how best to test the cranes. And I had a couple of cranes, the big cranes, one Russian, one American, and I was trying to set them up in different scenarios, lifting vehicles and stuff like that, to see if I can get it as fair as possible, to see which crane is better, and just couldn't quite get it figured out. But then I had the smaller cranes over here, and The Western Star is one of the ones I was using for the smaller cranes versus the Step, because they're pretty close in height and length and power. So I had each one of them lifting this up with the cranes extended out all the way, and the Western Star actually did beat out the Step. It could pick up heavier weights further away, but the big cranes, I had one time that the Russian crane couldn't pick something up and the American crane did, and then I realized that the vehicle I was using for the Russian crane was actually longer in the front end, so it put more stress on the boom than it did the American crane. So I've got to figure out another way to test the big cranes. Oh, so you finished my hardcore playlist so far? Yeah, there's a lot of videos in that. I didn't know it was actually that many videos. But that's a lot of watch time there, and I appreciate it. So I'm getting better at this. I also was on Twitch earlier today, and like I said, I was fooling around with some things, how to do settings and add some things, and fooled around. I looked at other people's Twitch channels and didn't copy them, but I looked and see what some of the top rated people had put down and what they were doing, and they were doing the scheduling. So I did a schedule for the week just to see, number one, if I could keep up with it, and to see how realistic it would be. So I'm going to try different things and try to get better at this, and try to, when I can, stick to a schedule, so it'd be easier for people to know when I'm actually on here. But man, I did not know this would be this much work. Making videos and doing the Twitch and putting videos out on YouTube. That's actually a lot of work. I'm amazed with the people that can put out 3, 4, 5 videos a day. Of course, a lot of them, they do it full time, and that's something I'm not interested in. But yeah, when I figure out exactly how to test the cranes and I also figured out that there are different things you can test depending upon the angle at the boom. It can pick up more weight than if the boom was level. So there's a lot of different things I can test, and I just have to figure out exactly how I want to do it. How will best showcase the cranes, and then might just do a video on that. Alright, so I'm going to drop you off here. Get this thing through the Impossibondra mud here, and we'll just winch it. It'll eventually go through here, it just takes forever. Yeah, that's what I thought at first, that the Russian and American cranes would be the same. But the Russian cranes are faster. So if you pick something up and you do a 360 in a Russian crane and then you do it in an American crane, you can actually do it faster with the Russian crane. But from my experience, especially with the smaller cranes, picking up things like concrete blocks or concrete slabs, it's just easier to do it with an American crane. The Russian cranes, you have to keep them really close to the truck in order to pick them up. But the American cranes, you can extend the booms out a little bit more. I gotta turn you around. So here's a trailer I was talking about in, I think, the last video. I found this trailer up by the warehouse. It wasn't at the warehouse, it was just up in that area. Uh-oh. But I could not find a mission for it, so I'm assuming that it's mine. And I got on, oh, that's too close. Let's give that crane a little more space. I got on Map Runner, and that particular trailer actually has a value, so I'm assuming it's mine. And metal rolls. So put it on the loading platform. And the Fleet Star, oh, wrong way. Fleet Star will be able to pick that up. Around that. Almost knocked the truck over one day on that. The boom hit that and it almost knocked the truck over. Yep. I really hate how I have to. Oh. Okay, there we go. I hate how I have to pack the cargo just to load up another one. Still wish you could do put several things on the loading dock at one time. Go for another one. And I'd still like to get rid of that instruction menu there. It's kind of annoying. Forgot to release winch. And the last one. Uh-oh. Okay. Picked the wrong one. That's okay, I can use you. I'll just drop you off there. Because if I go in and try to change it now, it'll destroy them. I must have double click the button because I lost one of my steel now. Road steel, do I have any? I have the road steel factory up there, so this might be a good time to do that. Let's change trucks. And do I have any metal here? I have one metal beam. So that is all I need. What the crap? I know I hit metal beam. I think this area is getting glitchy again. When I first made cabins, I made 2 cabins and they just disappeared into thin air. I don't know where they went to. And then it started working right. So let's restore the crane, stop the engine, change trucks. Okay, so I have no more steel here, but I do think I know where to get some. And let's check to make sure. Rail station. I think there were some at the railway station. Metal beams, there's one metal beam there. Alright, so my plan is to get you that right there. Go get the other truck, Western Star, and I'm going to go up here to the warehouse and pick up the other 2 metal rolls and see if there's first see if there's a metal beam up there. Turn to the right. Not that hard. Got to be on a rock. There we go. I put it in all-wheel drive too. Alright, so let's go up here to the factory. I believe it's here on my left. If there's a metal beam in there, then I'll take it up to the rolled metal factory. Or the rolled steel factory. I keep calling it the rolled metal factory. But I'll go up there and I'll make another metal roll. And if there's not, then this one can pick up the 2 metal rolls, take them down to the other place, or pick up one of them, put it on the twin steer, and then go pick up the metal beam that's down at the railway station. So let's see what we got. Concrete, consumables. Oh, we got 3 metal beams. Excellent. Activate the anchors. Crane. Get rid of that. The other way. Okay, so from here I just need to go out and make a left. And we'll head up there and see what that's all about. Ouch. Trying to concentrate because I think there's a place in this road. If you get down in one of the ditches, it really throws you. I'm trying to see if I can spot it before I get there. And I think that's it right there. A little bit to my left. It's one of the ruts. If you go into the rut, it throws the truck sideways. Come on, gears. I'm getting a new controller this weekend. Mine is starting to stick a little bit. It's kind of hard to find controllers now. Unless I want to get a wired one, which is what I have now, because I wore out my wireless controller. Look at this, all kinds of them here. I wonder, can I pick that up? Will the game let me have it? Nope, just for looks. Well, that kind of sucks. I guess those over there are just for looks also. Oh, but I can get that metal beam there. 2 of them. Well. I would have never dreamed I could. I've seen those before, but I figured they were, you know, just decoration. But you can actually get those 2 metal beams. You can't get the metal rolls that are sitting there, but yeah, let's try to angle it a little more. And I don't want loading. I want unload, and then I want crafting. So 1 metal beam, I didn't even look at that, was 1 metal beam equals 1 roll or 2 rolls? I have to check that out next time I come up. Activate my anchors. Get rid of that menu. Pick you back up. Make sure you don't load on the back of the truck. And oh no, packed cargo. And it said there was only 1, right? No, 1 more left. So might as well get it. Activate tanker. Do the crane. Almost did it again. And restore the crane, and we are out of here. Yeah, so I want to, I've reached my hour mark, and I'm, as I said earlier, I have to get up real early in the morning and get to work. But before I get out of here, let's do a little bit of an angle. I want to see if I can get these out. Activate the anchor, crane. Do I need a bigger crane? Nope. Yeah, maybe. What happened to my crane? There it goes. It got stuck. Okay, well, there's more than one way to pull it out. Oh, shoot. And that is not the way to pull it out. Alright, so I think I'm done for the night. I'm going to have to get another truck up here to flip this over, and I'll probably bring the twin steer up and then reload all this. And before I reload it, I'll try to get the metal out, and We'll just let Bob sit there for the night like that, and we'll try it again tomorrow. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then, have you a good one.